So Llewellyn Xavier is a well-decorated and accomplished artist from Saint Lucia, whose artworks greatly reflect his concern for the environment. Having lived for 79 years, he has witnessed Saint Lucia's environment change in many ways, including most recently, the inundation of the island shores with sargassum.
At first, there was so little of it, but now it's all over the island. As I said, recently we were traveling to Martinique by sea. And it was, from the time we left Saint Lucia until we got to Martinique, there were vast areas of it. I mean, even to the horizon. And this is the first time I'd actually seen it in the open sea. And when we came back to Saint Lucia, we had it for the first time on the west coast. And normally we would have it on the east coast because it's all over around Pralin and that side.
And for the last decade, sargassum has been accumulating on the east coast without very much regard given to finding some resolve. It would seem as though only now that it started bombarding the northwest coast, it's become a priority. Sir Xavier had this to say on the matter.
Indeed, it's quite amazing because the people on the east coast are just as susceptible to, it affected them just as bad. And I remember it so well because, if you're going from Castries to Vieux Fort, on the east coast, you could smell it. And we often wondered how these poor people, how they manage. But as you pointed out, maybe it's because it's now affecting it's now affecting the quote unquote the bourgeois of they're not happy with it.
But drawing significant inspiration from nature, Sir Xavier thinks that the sargassum influx, like other environmental challenges, can inspire artists to speak through their work on not only the beauty of the Caribbean environment, but also on the threats that it faces.
I think art is a vehicle. Personally, I don't think that art is something that you put up to match your curtain. I believe that art is for discussion. It should elicit some kind of response from the viewer, some more so than others. It's always done that. And not everybody likes what one does. You're very fortunate if you get good reviews and people love what you're doing and people talk very favorably about it. But I believe that art should say something.
Sir Xavier left with a message advocating for the greater exhibition of photography in Saint Lucia as he sees it as a medium that everyone has access to. Whilst he insists that artists could consider themselves lucky if they get patrons or admirers of their work, the major successes that his genuine empathy for nature has been met with is an exemplary indication that Saint Lucian artists can be both successful and purposefully political, especially as humanity faces more and more unprecedented environmental challenges. For Choice News Now, I am Cianna Dalsan.